Good morning, guys. It's Dakota back with another live stream. The date is May 12th, 2021. And today, if this is your first time hopping on, what I usually do on these calls every weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I hop on, go over the charts that I'm paying attention to for the week, and basically give my analysis on it. If there are any pairs or any questions that you have or want me to go over, go ahead and type in the live chat. I'll be sure to go over it before the call ends. If you type it like after I hit like the end, after I end the stream, think you're SOL. Oh, no, you're not. There's a Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description. You can message me there and message anyone in the chat there as well. Before we get into this, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to keep up with future content. There's also like a bell that you could hit to get notified. But enough of that. Let's get into this. Let me bring up the chat over here. Okay, so getting into today. Right now, my chart just looks messy right now. Maybe I should separate. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have to go through and do that though. Okay, on UJ, or not UJ, EJ, holding 3 positions at the moment, looking for price to continue to scale up and actually reach this level up here. SLs are right below this low, and I mean price is retracing. I'm looking for another entry like right now. I have a timer set for about 7:30, or the alarm set for about 7:30, where I will look for my entry signal for the buy. And I believe that signal is about close to 6 to 1. Right now, I think this opportunity is about a 19 to 1 with the positions I have. So that adds be about 24. So pretty good trade if it does play out. Price could just dip down, hit my stop losses, and kick me out. I would still be looking for this buying opportunity right here with all this junk around it. And you guys have the screenshots and all the notes and stuff like in the Discord server, so you're good on that. Alright, but right now price is at my entry level and waiting for an entry signal on the 15-minute time frame. So like I said, about 20 more minutes. Entry signal is either going to be here or it's not going to be here. I will take the entry. My stop loss is going to be about 15 pips. Now my stop loss is supposed to be tighter, but it's supposed to be tighter, so I'm gonna make it tighter. I'm happy I said that out loud because I'm not gonna violate my system. So instead of a 6 to 1, it's gonna be closer to a 10 to 1. I will be honest, it makes me slightly uncomfortable because the stop loss is so close. I would like to have a little bit more room. That's why I initially pushed it to 15, but I'm supposed to have it at around 12. If that signal comes, I'll make it 12 and yeah, we'll take the trade. Alright, but let's go ahead and do a full markup on this so you guys can see my full analysis and so I can make sure that I'm seeing the same thing that I was seeing earlier. Real quick, reviewing yesterday's stream, I talked about a selling opportunity here. It looks like price didn't reach my my entry level, so I mean, if you're following, guess you didn't catch it, or guess we didn't catch it. And this was like a day trade. Like I said, I'm not really day trading right now. I'm swing trading. So most of the charts I send out are swing trades unless I say otherwise in the Discord server. Let's go to monthly, and I'm gonna go ahead and break down my strategy so you guys can see what I look at when I look at the market. So what I do, I box price in with horizontal lines and trend lines, which I'll show you guys in a second. But once I have price boxed in, it gives me the overall direction that I want to see the market to go, or it gives me like an opinion as to the overall direction I want to see price go. And then once I have that, I go ahead and look for an impulsive move, which is just strong aggressive candles moving in one direction. After that, I look for a correction, which is just consolidation moving in the opposite direction of the impulse. All right, I look for an entry area and then I look for a continuation. It's really that simple. That's really all I look for. And same thing going down. If I have an impulse going down, the market's telling me it wants to go down. I'm going to wait for a correction to confirm that the market wants to go down. Once I get that confirmation, I look for price to continue to the downside. All right, if you guys have any questions over that, go ahead, let me know. But let's get into this markup. Let me actually refresh the page because it doesn't look like that's working. All right. So box price in with horizontal lines, and then as I go down to the next time frame, I can see there's an uptrend here, but I'm not going to draw it till I get down to the daily because I know I'm going to have to adjust some lines. I knew it wasn't working. My live chat wasn't working, so my bad, guys. So, brother, I got you. I'm looking at the 84-ish level for ranges along. Okay, I'll be sure to go over AUDJPY after I get through to GU. And then, good morning, Sammy. Bro, the consistency, I'm telling you, I love it. Or, yeah, I'm gonna call you Sammy. Alright, so, like I said, gonna go down to the daily and draw this uptrend here. And also gonna box price in a bit more so we can make this, we can have a tighter area. We have a range right here that price is reacting in, so I'm gonna go ahead and box it in with horizontal lines here. Now, the reason I'm drawing all these lines, again, to tell me the story and to get an overall direction I want to see the market to go. So if I just look at these three lines here, okay, these three lines here, if price comes up to the top here, I'm looking for price to push down. If price comes to the bottom, I'm looking for price to push up. Price hits this trend line, as long as price is above it, I'm looking for price to continue up. So if we look to the left, we can see price previously came down to this level and is now scaling up to this level up here, basically the ceiling. And at this point, we have an uptrend and looking for price to reject off the uptrend and continue scaling up higher until it reaches 133.3. And at that area, we're going to be looking for a major decision to actually happen. Either price breaks through and continues up to this area, or continues up into this range, or it breaks down and breaks that trend line and then gives us I believe it was about a 600 pip opportunity to the downside. Either way, whichever side it breaks out to, it's about 500 to 600 pips. So it's a pretty good opportunity if you get in at the right spot. All right, let's go down to a lower time frame. Okay, so here we had an impulse, we had a correction, we had an impulse here, we have a correction here, and what I would like to see, what I would really enjoy, you see that we have an impulse here and we have this correction forming. I would like to see this actually continue to push up higher than this level and get to that level, get to this supply zone up there. All right, and that's the setup that I have on EURJPY that I talked about earlier. This is basically how I broke it down and got to this point. Okay, Sammy, how do I know Fibonacci's? Yes, Fibonacci is actually a major part of me actually finding the entry level. Like, I broke down impulse tells me direction, then correction after that, and I looked for an entry down here somewhere. Fibonacci's actually helped me find that entry or determine what level I'm looking for that entry at. And honestly, I honestly don't mind sharing with you guys that if a scenario comes up where I have to show it, which it's about to. Now here on the 4 hour, I can see that this is the setup, but it's not, the correction is not detailed enough. And like, I know that from just a lot of practice, and basically I need to see corrections form in a certain way, and it's gonna be a whole lot clearer on the 1 hour time frame. That's why I'm considering this a 1 hour setup instead of a 4 hour setup. And once I find my impulse, my correction, and identify some type of level of resistance, I go ahead, use my Fibonacci's, and see if I can line that level of resistance, level of support in this situation with a Fibonacci level, which is going to be the 50 in this case. And now I look for an entry off that level, usually without all these lines on my chart. One thing is like, okay, so one thing about anything I do on the chart, I don't use default settings. But one thing about anything I do on the charts, like with Fibonacci tools or what anyone does in the charts, I don't care showing you guys pretty much anything, because I can show you something, but when you go to execute it yourself, you may not have the confidence to actually do it, because you don't have the same experience or the same work that I put in to actually like trust the system that I use. And doubts may come up. So like here, if you want it, you can have it. I don't really care. So with anything, I do say like back test it as much as possible. Test it out for yourself. Because if you want like long-term success with it, you're gonna have to put some type of work in with it. These are just basic settings. These are levels that almost everyone knows about. One major tip, which I wish someone told me earlier, is like keep track of which level is producing the most profit for you, or the best opportunities, because when that does actually, when price does get to that level, you may be able to take advantage of it more than the other levels. I'll just say that, or at least have more confidence with it. Okay, got about 10 minutes until that entry signal should be coming. Alright, that's EURJPY. Let's move on to dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss, I'm looking for a sell, and I'm considering this a 4 hour opportunity, right? I'm considering a 4 hour opportunity. I do want to draw this uptrend. No, I don't. It looks nasty. I'm not going to draw that. And what I'm looking for on the 4 hour is price to retrace up to this level, which is about 0.97, and that's where I'll actually look to sell. This opportunity is it's a really good opportunity. I sent out this screenshot. It's about a 13-to-1 potential, and yeah, it should be pretty good. Now with this single leg pullback, don't expect it to be that great, that phenomenal of a move, but it's still worth taking in the situation, at least for me. But we'll see how things form, and let's just get through this real quick. Shouldn't take long at all. This was yesterday's markup. My mouse is on that crack again, bro. All right, boxing price in. I know it's really small in your guys' chart. I'm just having like issues with my mouse, so it's kind of hard to control things, but I'll fix it in a second. Alright, so going down to the weekly time frame, we can see prices reacting within this range. We see price moved up impulsively and it moved down impulsively, so there's no real correction that's formed yet. And what we really need to see is that correction, or what I really need to see is that correction to confirm the direction that I'm looking for the market to go in, at least on the higher time frame, on longer term scale. On the but one thing, let me say this. Since price has rejected the top here, I'm looking for price to come down to this level until the market tells me otherwise. So I'll continue looking for sales. Let's go down to daily. On the daily, we can draw an uptrend, but, or not an uptrend, but a downtrend, but it's not that great of a downtrend. These are just two touches that we can connect at the moment, and if price breaks through it, I mean this level is not that strong anyway, but gonna respect it for now and see if we can capture an opportunity off of it. Like, I'm willing to take a risk off a setup off of that information. Okay, now going back to the basics, now that we got down to the 4-hour time frame, going back to my strategy, we can see that we have an impulse here, and after that impulse we have this consolidation moving in the opposite direction, which is called a what, if anyone can tell me? I'll give it 10 seconds. I won't wait like 3 minutes like I usually do. That's a shame. Okay, let's keep going then. Makes me sad. Alright, impulse down, we got a correction here, and after that I go ahead, find in this case a resistance area, which is going to be about this level, and then I go ahead, draw my fibs and figure out what level that lines up with. And I'm looking for it to get up to the 50 Fibonacci level, and at that level I'm looking for a sell. I believe this is about 7. Yeah, 97. 0.907 is the level that I'm looking to sell at. Alright, all that makes sense. Again, all these screenshots are posted in the Discord server. Discord link to that server is in the description. Alright, let's go to GU, and then after GU we'll go to Aussie Yen. GU, I'm just waiting for a pullback. Nothing's really happened. Looks like there's a head and shoulders on a lower time frame for a potential sell for that pullback, but I'm not interested in that. I just kind of see the opportunity. But let's do the full markup. Okay, boxing price in on the monthly time frame. Man. Okay, I'm gonna use my mouse pad because that was kind of getting irritating. Just sticking with the most recent areas here, see price rejected this level twice. It's reacting within a range, and price is pushing up. Hold on. All right, that just looked way higher than when I last looked at it. Okay, but we have an uptrend here. And looking for price to continue pushing up until it reaches this level up here, which is about 1.44. And we have an impulse, and after every single impulse, I'm waiting on a correction. You got it right. Nice. So I'm waiting on a correction and looking for an opportunity to buy. Now the level that I'll look for that buy at is really just the top of the previous correction right here. And then after that, now the correction hasn't started, so in this situation I wouldn't necessarily draw the Fibonacci just yet, but let's just imagine like this is the top of the impulse, and if that's the top of the impulse, the Fibonacci level that I'd be retracing to is about the 50 Fibonacci level, and that's the area that I would look to enter at. And don't worry, we'll go down to a lower time frame, like to the 1 hour, so we can talk about a day trade or something like that, if there is one. And that's about close to a 400 pip opportunity. So you get in there, you could get a really nice position. All right, let's see if there's anything on the lower time frame. Alright, let me see if my mouse wants to work now. Perfect. I don't really like anything here. You can look for a sell here, but I mean, I wouldn't take it in this situation. It's not nice enough. It needs to be nicer. It's not too nice for me. But regardless, I'm looking for price to continue down to this level, and I'm waiting for a buying opportunity. Alright, looks like we're all good. So I'm going to go ahead and go through requested pairs. If you do have a pair that you want to go over before the call-ins, go ahead and type it in the live chat. I'll go over Aussie Yen first. Alright, I will now go over Aussie Yen first. I will check EURJPY to see if my setup came. It has not.
30 minutes, starting now.
Alright, now I'll check Aussie Yen. Okay, and note, some of the setups from the 25 list have already played out, so if you want to go ahead and check those out, the link, not the link, but go to the Discord server, Forex Outlook, you can scroll up to the 25 charts that were sent out and see what's played out and see if anything that you're following played out as well. Alright. I think when I looked, we had some played out, and I know like a few GBP, AUD, GBP, and ZD, those setups failed. I think they actually set up, but I'll go ahead and count those at the end of this week. Okay, starting the monthly, it just made a range for price. Nothing to really do here, so I'm gonna go down to the weekly time frame. Honestly, I'm compelled to draw an uptrend here instead of that horizontal line down there. I don't like this too much. What I would like to see in a perfect world, if everything like just went, like if I say it, everything just went that way. What I'd like to see is price like come down, form an expanding triangle, and then push up. But right now it just looks nasty to me. On lower time frame, there's an uptrend which I'm gonna draw, and I'm gonna look for this. I'm gonna base this off of like a 1 hour setup. From what it looks like, But the ideal scenario, I want to see price come back down, test this area, and then give me a buying opportunity. Let's go down to the 4 hour to see if there's anything there. Okay, I'm just gonna delete that because it's not helpful at all. Okay, and the reason those lines aren't helpful at all because a pattern's not there, right? Especially a continuation pattern's not there. That was just basically me using my imagination, saying this is what I want to see in the future, and that would be the perfect scenario. So there's a possible buying opportunity here. Possible, but like with every situation, it's a risk. What I'd prefer to see, like of course, like I said, that trend line break and continue to the downside. But in this situation, since it is set up for a buy, there's a buying opportunity right there. At least a short-term buying opportunity. You said I'm looking at 84.71-ish level for re-entry on longs. 84.71. Okay, yeah, so about the same thing. Nice. I'm assuming you moved it down to this level right there. Okay. Next up we have Aussie Swiss and dollar yen. Aussie Swiss is playing with the heart. Alright. So if you're just now hopping on to like us tracking Aussie Swiss, I think about 2 weeks ago someone requested this pair and been looking for this buy for the last 2 weeks or waiting for it to push up. And it's a really nice opportunity. Again, I keep saying it's about a 40-to-1 opportunity. It's about a 40-to-1 opportunity, and I mean, I really just want to see it play out. But we'll see what happens. Just got to continue to wait and hold. There's nothing to do here right now. It's just stuck in consolidation. USDJPY. Yeah, of course, man. You're welcome. Okay, UJ was requested Monday, right? No, I think it was requested last week on Wednesday, somewhere around that time. But we got this buying opportunity, and we had 2 entry opportunities. Let me delete these bar patterns so we can see them. This was our entry level. We had an entry opportunity here, and look for price to continue up. Price has the potential to continue down. This is technically considered a downtrend, but I'm looking at it as a higher time frame pattern. And just looking for price to push back up at least to this level and eventually reach this high up here. So we're actually tracking this position now. And I know there was one more that I said we were tracking or going to track. I don't remember what pair it was though. And I don't think it's like actually on my list. Well, I have to go back. I have to go to the last stream to find out. not this one. But are there any other pair requests or any questions or anything you guys want to talk about? Like anything trading wise? If not, gonna go ahead and wrap the call here. I really appreciate you guys hopping on. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, don't forget to hit subscribe and notification bell. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Wait. I was moving way too fast. My fault. I got you, bro. So, Swiss yen. Let's get into it. What is this? 1 second. This was back in the day. Okay. Nah, it looks like I just looked at this like in 2020. Alright, let's delete that. Sun monthly time frame, long-term uptrend. And a long-term channel too. Yeah, I'm gonna draw the channel. Then once I get to a lower time frame, I'll draw the uptrend. Like always, we can draw it on the weekly, but I know I'm gonna have to adjust when I get down to a lower time frame. Oh, nice, I didn't have to. I usually do. But alright, so we have a smaller uptrend here as well. We can just keep drawing uptrends and just have a ton of lines on our chart. It looks like there's possibly a 1 hour setup here. But what level am I looking for this to go to? Because right now it's broken the last level. Could potentially retest that level though and continue pushing up to the top of the channel, or at least a possible channel that could form in this situation. I'm gonna put a horizontal line right here just to reference this area, because it has potential to be retested. And I really want to chill out with the lines. Like my charts usually don't have this many lines on them. So going back to the daily, what I'd like to see is, I recognize this as an impulsive move, and I would like to see this form a larger correction. There's a possible buying opportunity right now, but I would never take that buying opportunity that's set up at the moment because it's just too steep. And Yeah, I would wait for this. And I'll send this out. And I'll send the other ones out that we talked about too. What pair is this? CHFJPY. Boom. We still have Aussie yen. I think it's a 1 hour setup. Sell down to what level? 82.1. It's closer to 82.2. Right now what I'm doing is just copying all of the requested pairs to the Discord server so everyone's able to review it. AUDJPY. The link to the Discord server, if you're not in it, is in the description. So I'll post all my personal charts and charts we'll talk about on here. I think that's everything. Again, I still really feel like someone requested another pair that I just completely forgot about, but it's fine. It's okay, right? Again, if you like the live stream, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, if you want to keep up with future content, hit subscribe and notification bell. And like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.